small introduction that about Keploy, and about your journey as Keploy as a startup to start with, and then we can talk about how your experience has been with IAI, the NEUSPHERE
Sure.
program.
Thanks for having me here, Pallav, and thanks, Anon. Um, so yeah, I'm one of the founders of Keploy, and we started Keploy from the vision of removing regressions all over the world from all the software. So we excel in recording live user traffic and replaying them as test cases along with infrastructure virtualization. So that's something we do. But I'll not bore you with that. I think most of you, most of the audience are joining today. They're kind of in a similar boat to where we were last year. So we were initially not sure, when we were deciding to participate, we were not initially sure if we are we as an AI-based testing tool can be of value to II because it represents one of the highest bar for software adoption. Like it's Israel Aerospace and Defense, we all know that, and we didn't fully understand how aerospace and defense organizations evaluate risk and reliability and long-term vendors. We wanted to explore how Keploy could adopt for that high security and air-gapped environments. We had worked with enterprises, but nothing on the aerospace and defense. So we were a little nervous, like if we should apply or not, and if this would really work out. But then we thought that if our product and thinking could survive that environment, and it would translate very well to other regulated and mission critical use cases or enterprises. So, we took it more like if we are partnering with a global leader like II, ultimately that provides a unique level of validation, like globally across the world. So, um, you know, that's why we decided to participate, and it really went out well.
Great. And I think as a as a startup founder, while trying to interact with a global organization, and that too of a of a of something of a global leader like IAI, I'm sure that there's a lot of anxiety initially with
Mhm.
respect to with their technology leadership and their industry leadership. So if you were to tell about, like, of course, like, there is certain sense of anxiety while entering into the program, but how did it translate into that 4 months you were there? That how did you feel about while
Mhm.
going through that journey, and how do you feel now about this whole thing now?
Yeah, I remember that, when we were entering this and we had initial conversations, we had like a lot of use cases. So, one thing that really stood out for us, was the the expertise or the depth of the mentor's background, both academically and in real world implementation, and they were being so humble and patient with how we were initially taking up the requirements and understanding the use case, because we don't have a lot of idea about aerospace and defense. But there were a lot of use cases. uh, but what really helped us, and uh, the clarity with which mentors helped us to focus on, okay, this is the use case. This program helped us understand what matters internally, what is the value that would actually matter to the engineers within II, and then bringing that focus and clarity not just to ourselves but our teams to prepare the platform better for those kind of environments, like air gapped environments. So I think it was not a one day change, but it was something that eventually brought us focus during the program, and more clarity, especially when we are working with aerospace and defense. That's something that we gained really from the program.
Excellent. No, that's very interesting. And look, I'm sure there are a lot of learnings that both, if all of us had, like as Greenhouse, as I, and as you as founders. But if you were to talk about one key takeaway, right, that you could kind of say, okay, this is one key takeaway we felt during those 4 months of mentorship, that we felt, something that you would want startups to applying for Cohort to look out for. Is there anything that
Yeah.
you would have in your mind?
I mean, I think I have, I can boil down to three, if that's okay. So, biggest takeaway for us was, we participate in other accelerators as well. And, the conversations are different. But here, what really mattered, and when we spoke to our mentors as well, that we need to bring a real technical problem, like more than a finished pitch or a good deck, or a presentation. What really mattered was what exactly you're solving and how unique you are, in the technical challenge that you're solving. So, that's something that really mattered in that program, and we took that takeaway to pitch it with that value. Not everybody understands that. Fortunately, I was able to understand it. So yeah, that was one. And then, uh, it's also thinking in the dual use case term, like if even if your product is currently commercially listed, or you're serving the enterprises, you may have to rethink, um, for deployments in like these mission critical environments and secure environments. So, you have to be open about that when you're taking up programs like this and you want to serve aerospace and defense.
Thank you. My last question to you, Neha. Like, you got. It seems I'm trying to put you on the spot, but like, love to hear
No
a little
worries.
more. But for all the for all the startups who are a part of now, who would want to apply for Cohort 2, what would be your advice to them that why they should certainly look at applying this, and then uh, considering there are many other accelerator programs, but why should they actually look at applying this?
I mean, my personal motivation was, uh, you know, with this, we thought that with this program, if you are able to succeed through, you kind of build a longer term trust, than, uh, the smaller wins that we get via the PLG platform, or the small wins. Because when you talk about aerospace and defense, it is not easy for startups to get into. So if we think longer term, then via this program, it's like a gateway to entire global defense and aerospace market if you're able to crack the use case for it.